Optimism, pessimism, whatever, will make it happen. God is my witness, so I tried my best to make it work. The first step is to determine anything is possible, then the odds will happen. I think it's possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. Work your butt off. I mean, you only need to spend 80 to 100 hours a week, which can increase the chances of success. Being an entrepreneur is like chewing glasses, staring into the abyss of death. If you get up in the morning, I still believe in my heart that the future will be better, then today is a sunny day. Otherwise, it's not. I think if you have a great product, people are willing to spend more to buy it. Then your product has great potential for development. That's exactly what Apple confirmed. You can buy a cheaper phone or laptop, but Apple's products are much better than others. People are willing to pay a higher price for it. It's okay to put your eggs in one basket, as long as you can control what happens in the basket. When a person has clear goals and understandings, when fighting for this reason, their jobs will be better. I think you can choose mediocrity, but you can also choose to be different. Some people don't like change, but if it doesn't change, the outcome will be disaster. Then you need to accept the change. We must first decide what the world's best visor looks like, and then do better than that. If you want to fire someone, he should be fired immediately. Otherwise, it will only be a waste of each other's time. If a person does not join the elite gathering, a company that respects talent, if not for working with a ragtag bunch of people, I only let the smartest people work for me. Really pay attention to negative feedback and ask for feedback, especially from friends. Almost no one does that, but it's very useful. When people know what the goal is and why, they will work better. What's important is that people look forward to coming to work in the morning and enjoying their work. When something is important enough, even if the odds are against you, you have to do it too. Failure is a choice. If things don't fail, then you don't innovate enough. It's very important to like the people you work with. Otherwise, your life and work will be very miserable. No matter what you do, no matter what field you enter, even if you are the best, there is always a chance of failure. So I think you really like what you are doing is important. If you don't like it, life is too short. If you like what you are doing, even if you don't work, you'll think about it too. It will grab your attention. If you don't like it, can team make it work? We focus on the signal, not the noise. Many companies are confused. They spend money on things that don't make the product better. For example, at Tesla, we never spend money on advertising. If there was a way you can do more work without eating, I would choose to use. I wish there was a way where I didn't have to sit down. How to get nutrition by eating. I believe in the warrior mentality. Would rather commit seppuku than fail. I would tell those people, when we go bankrupt, they see their families often. I want to allocate more time to dating. I need to find a girlfriend. This is why I need more time. I think it might take an additional 5 to 10 hours. How much attention does a woman want in a week? Maybe 10 hours. Is this the minimum? I have no idea. Persistence is very important. Never give up unless absolutely necessary. Brand is just a perception. As time goes by, perception will merge with reality. Sometimes it gets ahead of itself. Sometimes it falls behind. but a brand is just some people's collective impression of a product. When something doesn't work, don't be blindly confident. Otherwise, you'll be blindsided by a bad plan. You have to be motivated enough to make it happen. Otherwise, you will only make yourself miserable. I think feedback loops are very important. In this cycle, you will constantly think about what you have done and how to do better. A person should pursue what they are passionate about. This will make them happier than others. When a person has a breakthrough innovation, it's rarely a small thing, very little, a small thing. It's usually a whole bunch of things. Together they constitute a huge innovation. If you wanted to start a company, it was like baking a cake. You had to put all the ingredients, all in the right proportions. I always stay optimistic, but I'm realistic. I started Tesla or SpaceX, not with the expectation of huge success. It's just that I think they're important enough. I've always invested my own money in the companies I founded. I don't believe in doing anything with other people's money. I don't think it's right. If I am not prepared to invest myself, I will not ask others to invest. If you are a co-founder or CEO, you have to do all kinds of things you might not want to do. If you don't want to do trivial things, the company will not succeed. No task is too menial. I wouldn't say I don't have fear. Actually, I wish I had less fear because it distracts me and stimulates my nervous system. There is a huge bias against risk-taking. Everyone is trying to optimize their coverage. When Ford made cheap and reliable cars, people say, "No, what's wrong with horses?" That was a big bet Henry Ford made, and it succeeded. If you go back hundreds of years, things we take for granted today are like magic, able to talk to people from a distance, transmit images, fly, access large amounts of data. These are things that were thought to be magic hundreds of years ago. Starting with PayPal, I want to. What other problems might? The biggest impact on the future of humanity, rather than what is the best way to make money. If there are piles of shit in your path, then you have to eat the shit. This approach is not widely accepted elsewhere, but this is SpaceX. I know we can do it. It's just a matter of how much time and effort it takes. Start and grow a business. It's not so much about selling products. Rather, it is for innovation, drive, and determination. You can't just be slightly better, but much better. Doing things doesn't just have to be 10% better. It's about creating 10 times the value. Think about how the iPod replaced the Walkman, or how the iPhone disrupted BlackBerry. Just know. You need to work very hard. When my brother and I started Zip2, we were in a small, ordinary room. Start our business in the office. I spent most of my time on that little sofa, working almost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If your dreams don't scare you, means you did something wrong.